Support system, support system, support system. Having a support system. So today, instead of really just talking about something random, I'm going to talk about an issue that or an obstacle that I'm going through at this certain moment, um, and why I chose to talk about support system. Okay, and having a support system is very crucial. Majority of the time, it comes from your family members, but some people don't have reliable family members, so it comes from friends. Um, and over time, the older you get, the more relationships you build, you start building a trust with people, and those people start becoming your support system. Okay. Now I'm talking to the people right now who don't have family members or reliable family. Me, on the other hand, on the other hand, I do. So I'm fortunate and I'm blessed that my parents, they're still alive, and excuse me, they're still alive. And anytime that I need anything, or I have an issue or a problem with anything, they come, right? But I was talking to my sister today. No, I was talking to her yesterday, and I was like, letting her know, I was like, I'm glad mom and dad, you know, that they support us and that they're there for us, but they're becoming older, and it's important for me to make sure that I have my stuff together, right? So just in case any of these obstacles happen, I'm ready to tackle it head first. I was just thinking to myself, like, if I didn't have my parents, especially yesterday, I was like, bro, I would be in deep, I ain't gonna say deep trouble, but I would be kind of stranded a little bit, you know? So it's important for me to work hard every single day. And I don't only just have my parents, I do have other people who love me, who genuinely love me. It's not a whole bunch, but it's enough that's willing to support me and to help me out whenever I have issues. But I was just thinking about yesterday, like, I would definitely be in a lot of trouble if I didn't have the support. I'll be in a lot of trouble, and honestly, I wouldn't know what to do, you know? So there's a lot of people that's probably in worse situations that I'm in, and I don't take anything for granted, but I just know having a strong support system helps. It definitely helps, and it relieves a lot of pressure, a lot of unwanted pressure off of you. So let me, Peyton, welcome to the chat. Let me let you know what happened. So yesterday, I was taking my son I was coming home from karate practice, and Monday I heard a sound coming from the vehicle from my car, and I'm not gonna say I ignored it, but I was like, well, it wasn't continuous, so I kept driving. The next day, I didn't hear any sounds, but that night, the sound started to become more obvious, and it was a irritating rattling sound from underneath the car. So I said to myself, well, that's a sign. That's definitely a sign. Jessica, welcome to the chat. I said, I need to go ahead and make sure that I get it checked. All right. So I'm driving home slow, and the car is still driving good. It's still driving good. It's just a rattle underneath the car, right? So as soon as I get to the house, I'm cooking. Well, not cooking, but I'm warming up the food because I already cooked the day before. I called my mechanic and I said, "Hey, Mr. Big John, um, there's a rattle underneath the car, and I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm not going to drive it tomorrow. I'm just going to take the bus. I'm going to take Lyft to work. So he was like, okay, I'll come over tomorrow. I'm a little busy, but I'll come over. Cool. So today happened, and Mr. Big John, he got a little tied up, so he wasn't able to come today. But last night, I went on Kia of Fayetteville. I went to their website just to check out some cars because I want to be prepared, right? So I already know I only have a limited amount of funds set aside just in case something happens. So basically, I'm in the mindset of purchasing another car, right? That way I don't have to worry about fixing whatever's going on right now at the present moment, right? So I found a car, I screenshot it, and I sent it to my sister, I sent it to my mom, I sent it to my dad. And even before I did that, I even went to my loan. I went to my bank online and applied for some loans. So I applied for 3 loans. When I woke up this morning, none of those loans were accepted. Now that hit me a little bit, but I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up, so I keep going. So I still have the car that I'm looking at. I have it screenshotted, and I send it to my parents, my sister. I call them and let them know what's going on, right? So my parents was like, well, right now, don't worry, don't fret. We have another car. We're gonna come over there. We're gonna drop it off, and you handle your business the way you need to handle. I was like, all right. I'm not ignoring anybody, okay? Um, I'll get to you once I finish my story. So they said to me, they was like, "Are you sure this is something you want to do?" I was like, "Yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. This is what I want to do because I don't want to be stranded anywhere, and I just want to make sure that I have a reliable car. I found a car for a good price. Now, of course, it's considered a clunker because anything that's 10 years or older is considered a clunker. That don't mean that it's just clunking on the road. So, usually if you find something 10 years or less, it's going to be a little bit less. It's not going to be a lot of money. So I found something pretty nice, and 157,000 miles on it. But my mom, she was like, "Well, that's a lot of miles." And I was like, yeah, "It's a lot of miles, but for 2014, that's not that bad." That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I called the dealership and I was asking to see if they still had the car in stock. The man said, "Well, I need to put my hands on it. So I want to physically see if we still have it." So he called, I guess, I don't know who he called, but I never received a call back. And I called like around like 7:06, 7:08, you know, and they close at 8. So maybe tomorrow they'll call me back. But I never received a phone call back from the dealership. Anyway, fast forward, my parents said they'll be over in an hour and everything, and they just left. So I wanted my dad to, ride in the car with me so he could hear the sound. Now, my dad thinks that it might be like an oil leak or something like that. It sounds like just, it needs some oil in the car. Now, I've already had my oil change. I've already had an oil change. But tomorrow, whenever it's light outside, we're going to check the oil again and we're going to see. He wasn't that, um, I guess, he wasn't that worried, you know? So anyway, he told me, he was like, well, after your haircut appointments and everything, you want to take it to a mechanic and you want to get it checked out. So I was like, all right, Dad, that's what I'm going to do. Um, so getting back to the story, he was just saying, like, before you make a decision about buying a car, make sure that whatever's wrong with the car that you have, you might be able to get it fixed instead of taking all your money and purchasing a new car. And I was like, okay, that definitely sounds logical, and we'll go with that decision for right now. Even though I saw a car that I was very interested in, and between me and you, I still might end up purchasing it maybe later on. if I get a little extra money, I'm definitely thinking about purchasing it, but it makes a lot of sense. So I wanted to say that to say this: having a support system, having people in your corner, definitely helps because when you don't know where to go, you don't know which way to turn. These people can give you logical advice, logical, loving advice that's going to help you and not deter you, okay, from your focus point. Because let's be honest, anytime obstacles occur, a lot of us freak out. And I'm one of those. I don't freak out as far as, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. I don't do that. But my mind, the things that I think about, literally, my mind races, okay? So I really, I try hard myself not to put myself in a position where I'm thinking negative thoughts. I literally try to put myself in a position where I'm thinking positive thoughts 24/7. And it's hard, guys. It's hard. It's definitely hard, okay? It's hard, but it's possible. It's possible. But then again, that's where that support system comes from. Your parents, your close friends, it might be a girlfriend, it might be a boyfriend of yours. I don't know. Everybody's situation is different. In my situation, I definitely have a support system. I have a loving family. I have a loving old lady that cares. Like even my little shorty, she even offered to take me, even to give me some money so I could purchase the car, and that was touching. That made me feel really good because I've never had nobody. I've never talked to anybody or dated anybody who was willing to give me money to that extent just so I could purchase a car or anything. I've never had that before. So it's like it's shocking, but it makes me feel better about the situation that I'm in, you know? Like I said, a support system is very crucial. And if you don't have a support system, try to find one because when you find people who have your back, it does something for your confidence. It does something to you mentally and internally. Okay? I mean, it's crucial because the more people that support you and telling you the right things to do, it helps you to reach your goals at a quicker pace. All right? Because let's be honest, if you're hanging around people that's negative and that got negative attitudes and just negative thoughts, that's what's going to fall on you. But if you're hanging around people that's positive, always praying for you and pushing you and making sure that you get to the next level, that's what's going to happen to you. All right? We all going to have obstacles. We all go through obstacles, but having that support system helps you get from point A to point B quicker, at a quicker pace. All right? You want to have a support system. All right, so let me read some of these comments and then I'm going to keep talking about why having a support system is crucial. All right? The sun goddess apostle. Okay. All right. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to hide you from the channel. Okay. You blessed to have people who think with reason and love you with good advice. Appreciate it, Terry. I hear you, bro. Deal. Welcome to the chat. All right. So let's get back to talking about a support system. And one thing I'm gonna tell anybody that's watching the chat, if you come on the chat commenting negative energy and negative comments, I'm going to block you. And the reason why I'm blocking, because at first I wasn't blocking anything, I was just letting people ride. But I'm creating a safe space a safe platform within a platform so people can feel comfortable commenting, talking, and just the overall, I want an overall positive vibe with 10 Minutes to Vent. I'm not trying to orchestrate any hate, any malice, nothing of the following. I want great, good vibes at all times. So the only way I can do that is if I block the negative energy. Now, once we start going viral and the comments are just uncontrollable and I can't block everything, that's a different story. But while I have control and I can definitely block people when I see something that I don't like, I'm definitely going to block, okay? So let's keep talking about the support system. I have a little bit of time left. A lot of us have had support systems too. Now, if you're like me, I was an athlete all the way from elementary school all the way to high school, even college. So I've always had some type of support system, whether it be with sport teams, academics, society like clubs, academic clubs, and everything. I've always had some type of support system, whether it be with the baseball team, basketball team, Beta Club, National Honor Society, um, tattoo, Gear Up. I've been in a lot of different organizations ever since elementary all the way to high school, even in college. And I've always, in the Black Student Union, because I was a part of that too, I've always had some type of support system. And the support system definitely helped me not only with logical situations that I was placed in, but it helped me to mature. And I hope you're following me. And when I say it helped me mature, because when I was younger, I was always around I was always around positive people, but I was always around negative people as well. Okay? So, positive and a negative, it, of course, in science, a positive and a negative matches. But a positive and a negative definitely doesn't mix. You want to be around positive people. You want to be around positive energy, okay? Because the only thing is, you can be the only positive person there, right? But if you're surrounded by negativity, that negativity can definitely overwhelm you, right? And overpower you. So it's very important to make sure that you have a positive support system to help you during these situations. Okay? And before my parents left, because they just left probably about like 15 minutes ago, my mama told me, she was like, "It's okay, Philip. Things like this happen. We just want to make sure that you're making logical decisions that's going to help you instead of hurt you down the long run." So, having that support system will definitely help you in the long run. A lot of us be wanting instant gratification, right? We want instant results. And guys, I can't lie. Sometimes I'm like that too. Like I want instant results. I feel like I can go online, find something, and just like that, it's going to happen. But it don't work like that. And 9 times out of 10, it's never going to work like that. But having a support system will definitely have you rethinking rethinking anything that you might be going through. So, like I told you earlier, my car definitely have some maintenance issues going on with it right now. And the solution that I feel like was the way that I wanted to handle the solution was just to go ahead and buy another car. I didn't want to trade the car in. I just want to go ahead and buy another car. I have a little money set aside. I said to myself, well, look, let me just buy me another car and uh, I can worry about fixing this car a little bit later on, you know? But my parents told me, they was like, well, let's not just go to that conclusion right then. Not right now. Okay? Let's not go to that conclusion right now. Let's see if you can get it fixed. Let's see what's wrong with it first, because it might be cheaper to get it fixed. So my dad, he got here before my mom, and he rode around the block with me so he could hear the issue that I was telling him about. And he felt like it wasn't as crucial as I thought it was. Now, going to my other support system, my sister, she basically was saying the same thing. Make sure you get it fixed first. Now if you can't get it fixed, you can get you another car. And she gave me information. She gave me little alternatives that I could take advantage of so I could get a new car, right? My shorty, she's giving me alternatives. She's giving me options as well. All of my support system has been very supportive. Now I'm blessed. I'm I'm beyond blessed to have that. Everybody doesn't have a support system, and if you're one of those individuals who don't have a support system, the best thing for me to tell you, right, is to find people. All right, find people that's positive, find people that's productive, that want to help you out. You don't really have to beg for it. There's people that's probably having their hand out to you all the time and they can't wait to help you. Find those people, gravitate to those people, develop some type of relationship, some type of rapport, and that's how you build your support system. Because some people was not raised in a positive setting, right? Some people was raised in a toxic setting, okay, in a toxic environment, all right? And if you're one of those people, my heart goes out for you, but there's certain things you can do to create, right, a positive environment and a positive support system. You have to want it, you have to search for it. And when you do have that support system, don't take those people for granted, right? Don't take those people for granted. Appreciate those people, and I guarantee you it will definitely be beneficial for you in the long run. Okay? Now, whenever you have a support system, you have to make sure that you support them as well. It can't be one sided. All right? It can't be one sided. So, I always recommend that you are developing relationships with positive people, right? Logical people, okay? God fearing people, okay? And people that shares the same interests as you. And that's how you develop a rapport with people. That's how you develop relationships with people. And that's how you develop a support system. Okay? Guys, it's Philip Randolph, and we just finished talking about having a support system and why it's so important to have a support system. I've definitely created 2 podcasts today. I will be uploading those a little bit later on tonight or early this morning. Guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you like, share, so you can make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can stay notified. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. Always feel comfortable leaving your comments below. All right. Before I get off, I want to read the comments. All right. So let's read. King, what's good, buddy? Cardboard, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. All right. So, like I said, having a support system is very crucial. It's very important. If you don't have a support system, go ahead and develop your support system today. And like I said, it's simple. You have to find those people though, all right? And those people are probably already around you. You probably just didn't know. Okay? Never be afraid. Never be afraid. Never be afraid to talk, ask questions. It might be that question that you were asking to change a person's whole attitude, a whole mindset. Okay? Until the next time, guys, like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified, stay blessed, stay focused, and